back in and show some more on this. It's not going to be as long as the other one, but we had to come back and show you more. So this right here is our gamer screen paint. Let me get the containers real quick. And this is one of the most amazing technologies besides the 39 Black Widow, or Extreme Black Widow, showing you that how amazing this technology is. As you can see, this is the advanced gamer screen paint that we had developed, and I have it here painted on my screen at 100, customized 127 inch, 1610. Like I said, if you watch the demonstration, it's very easy for me to apply this on, and I just have to show this off some more. So I love it when we have the light pushing through, so we can show off the screen with all the light in the environment. We did a demonstration, a real long demonstration. I'll be showing the screen off downstairs, the extreme on certifieds and stuff like that. And now we're going to be showing you a little bit more upstairs with more light coming in, which I do like to do these demonstrations the most. Because again, as I said before, when I watch demonstrations on YouTube, not with just the individual, but with other individuals on there too, we always get that dark ambient light controlled environment, or we get that just ambient light controlled or dark environment. No windows, nothing really making contact with the screen, nothing at all whatsoever. Let me show you real quick. So over here, we'll take a walk and I'll show you that. Right there, we have a window open here. And over here, we have a window open over here. As a matter of fact, I would like to get it shot right here. Would be nice. So that way I can get the window light in the staircase. All right, so I like to show off more of this. The video is a little long, so I didn't want to overextend it. We're almost into 3 hours, but this one I can show a little bit more off, so keep this one short and sweet. But this is how much light these screens take in. And like I said, when I say our demonstrations are unmatched, they are unmatched. Now, like I said, I'm used to seeing demonstrations where people have these really dark areas. There's no windows near the screens. If there are windows near the screens, they're half shut. You can actually, they're blocking window light coming through. Or some of the ones I've seen where the camera is sitting literally right up on top of the screen and you really can't see the surrounding area. So when we do our demonstrations, we like to do them in fully lit environments. Let me go back here and get my stand, because I want to be back here. Clean my lens off a little bit here. Sorry about that, people. And this is a little bit dirty. That's better. So my projector sits 19 feet away from my screen. We are a little farther than 19 feet. And as you can see with the window light pushing in, how much light we have in the environment, our screens are producing an amazing image. And unlike the other screen paints out there, again, they don't match our demonstrations. Let's go back a little farther. I want to be to show off the light in the next room, including with the screen also. So when you're watching a demonstration, the first red flag you'll see is the camera being too close to the screen. You want to be to see the surrounding environment. That's very important. Means anywhere I move, that screen is supposed to pull. And as you can see, I have my windows, curtains pull back, so we can have light pushing right across the screen. Let's get these back a little bit farther too. Don't have enough light. I'm not happy here. This is better. Much better. There we go. Now we have more light. Let's see. That's much better. That's much better. I like that. And again, as I said before, you're not supposed to be sitting right up on top of the screen. You have to see the whole full environment. That's very important. And projector we're using in the demonstration, I'll put the model number below. You can look it up for yourself. We're using a 720p projector, 600 by 800 res SVGA. My price for my projector, $150. So why is it for people who use such expensive projectors and their demonstrations are cutting such corners? Mind you, we're not even using ultra short throw. We don't have the advantage point of being right up on top of the screen. We're at 19 feet back. That's where my projector sits at. 19 feet from the screen. And where we're sitting at, we're probably a good maybe about 23 feet from the screen. Now, for those people who say that you can't get a good image from a 600 by 800 res projector, you don't have our technology. With our technology, you can do that. This is why we offered the 1-year swap out, which is very important. Because if your screen paint is doing the job at the end of the day, if its quality is coming from the screen paint, you don't need an expensive projector. A simple 600 by 800 720p will do the job just perfectly. And as you can see, we got the windows pulled back. Plenty of light pushing through the screen. And my screen comes in at a whopping 127 inches, 1610. This is the problem I had with the Elite screen demonstration. Your windows are not open. Your curtains are not open. You know why? Because you can see my bushes in the front of my house, my hedges, right? And look at all that light gracing the screen. So this is why when I see demonstrations of people hugging the screen, controlling their lights with an ambient light controlled unit, and making claims that they're in a well-lit environment, you lie. That's not a well-lit environment. You're talking to someone who's an expert in the field of ambient light projection technology. I know what a well-lit environment looks like. So this is why I tell people don't be fooled by fake demonstrations, by overpriced, pricey projectors, by calibrated projectors. Don't be fooled by that nonsense. Now, we're not giving any more challenges. It's a waste of our time. We're just going to flex what our technology is designed to do. That's what we're doing right now. We're flexing the screen's capabilities by using the low-end projectors, fully lit environments, and open windows and giant screen. Because we know at the end of the day that they can't match it. Impossible. So that's all we have to do. We just show off what we do best. Experts at black technology, dark technology, contrast, colors, white levels, and most importantly, to allow the customer to use his projector in a fully lit environment. So imagine your wife telling you, or girlfriend saying you, no, I don't want to turn my living room into a cave because chances are they decorate the living room. And they don't want to turn their living room into a cave. We're better with a TV. I've seen projectors before. I've heard these conversations before, trust me. I don't want to turn my living room into a cave. Every time I have to use the screen, we have to turn the lights out. Maybe she might be a reader at the end of the day. Maybe you might be a reader, who knows? But no one wants to sit in the dark at the end of the day. If you want a dark environment, you get yourself a dedicated theater room. That's what we have upstairs. This downstairs is not my theater room. This is my lounge. We call this the space lounge because at night it lights up with all these stars over the ceiling and everything. But this is my lounge. This is where I go to relax and everything. This is not a cave. This is not my dedicated theater room. My dedicated theater room is over top. That area is designed to be dark. That area is where we have our screen set up. We're building a movie theater up there. That's what it's designed for. Downstairs in the basement, it's a test zone and in my gaming area also too. And that area is not designed to be a dark area. The visual room we have in here, we have a ceiling to the ceiling and floor. It's not designed to be a dark area. Not even Taco's room. Not even my gaming room upstairs. They're designed to let light pass through. Let's go someplace that a gray screen can't go, but they're not picking that up. Let's go to my personal favorite, I'm going to say 8K Desired Nature. Now, the reason why I show this one a lot, and I'll tell you why, because the person who did this did it in a dark environment. That's not good. You have to do it in a well-lit environment. All contrast levels have to be displayed in fully lit environments. Now, we do these demonstrations for the consumer, the one that's actually going out and shopping and buying screens. Do not be fooled into thinking that if you're watching a demonstration, and technically if someone's sitting too close to the screen, which they shouldn't be that close to the screen, but there's no real ambient light in the environment because that's why they're sitting close on the screen. They don't want you to see that the environment is really dark. They want to give you the illusion that there's light in the environment. Certifieds do this. And so do people who make these screen paint products. They don't do them properly. Not saying all of them, but the ones that don't, you will see it. The ones that do, you will see it. Anytime you watch a contrast level, always in a fully lit environment. Always. Because when you get it home, and you try to use it in the surrounding like this. We tried to use a gray screen paint in here, it won't pull up. So say we go online and see this gray screen paint product, we see it being displayed in the dark, it's showing these heavy contrast levels. The first thing I'm gonna ask is, what kind of projector are you using? What's the contrast ratio on your projector? If they tell me that projector is 2 million or so forth, oh yeah, that's definitely coming from the projector. But you're not picking up black, you're picking up a shade of gray. So that lets me know already for the door, if in order for me to actually pick up a level of that dark shade of gray, I'm going to spend $300 more for a projector. That does not work for other people. Let me see. Can you use it in a fully lit environment? I don't see a lot of that happening because, again, those screens will wash out. Gray screens have a very hard time producing in fully lit environments. So I don't see that happening. So you will be in the dark with that. And that's why when you watch the demonstrations, they always do them in the dark. Because the screen's going to have an issue. No one wants to go in and change their environment out for a dark screen. Ooh, outer space. Let's do some outer space. So this is why it's important to do the demonstrations in fully lit environments. That's why we do them in the max out zone. Any screen that can survive in the max out zone can survive up here. This is normal lighting for us. Most people consider this to be harsh lighting. This is normal for us. So this allows the customer that when they're watching the demonstration, they know that they can use that screen in a fully lit environment. And we can do it at a distance. So that way you can see the whole surrounding environment. This is why you heard me laughing when I saw the video. I was like, why are you so close to the screen? Never challenge a person who's an expert in ambient light projection technology. And in order to become an expert, it takes many, many years. And if you go back and check my log, I go back a long time. So that's the gamer paint that is going to be available on the 5th. We got test when the beta paint out. It's going to be on the 3rd for it. So as you can see, I can sit there and I can watch outer space. Got the windows open, light coming through. Alexis, what time is it?
It's 6:57 a.m.
6:57.
Good weekend count.
Ah, thank you. This is why this lamp gets burnt out. I bought 3 of these. I bought the first one. I went back and got me 2 more because I'm going to burn this out. I leave my projector on 24/7. This thing was on all last night. I think I fell asleep with it on. I do it all the time. So when I wake up to this. Whatever nature or fish thing I was watching before I sleep, it just replays and I watch something else. But this is what I expect to see when I get up. And as you can see, one of the other tricks you have to watch out for when people fake demonstrations, look at the curtains. We stare at the curtains. There's one thing we do. We stare at the curtains. We stare at the door. We are looking for cracks of light to be pushing around the curtains. That lets us know what time of the day it is if they're faking a demonstration. We've seen that a couple of times. As a matter of fact, we need to post it to the blacklist. I forgot about that one. We have to do that. They have to be posted because this is what people need to see. They need to see this. If your environment is so dark that there is light literally pushing out around the curtains and pushing through the peephole, that's not good. That means you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing in that demonstration. You're hiding something. So we don't mind if you call us. We don't mind you ask questions. Ask questions, ask questions, ask questions. That's why we do all these crazy demonstrations. Ask questions. And the same thing when you're watching people doing great products, whatever they're doing, ask questions. How come the contrast levels are in the dark? Can you turn the lights on? Can you lighten the environment? And the environment's not bright enough, then you request a lux meter test. Let's see where we want to go from there. LG beta fish.
Getting that from YouTube.
I'm freaking in the next room doing this demonstration. So if I'm doing a demonstration and I'm showing you the whole room, we're not going to be in that room. We're going to be over in the next room doing the demonstration, which we're at right now. So I had to show this off some more. I had to. Sony contrast demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
So contrast demonstration, someone did it strictly in the dark. No. That's a complete fail. All lights must be on, window lights must be hitting the screen. Screen must be exposed to as much light as possible anytime you do a demonstration involving contrast. Because you have to remember at the end of the day, everybody's not going to have the same environment as you. So you can't be in the dark. Because then what you're telling your customers, you're going to have to be in the dark in order to see this contrast level. That's why I told you, any technology tested downstairs in that environment we just showed you downstairs, that brutal environment, up here is nothing for it. It's a cakewalk. It's designed to take in all that light, absorb all that light, and push images out at 1,000 lumen projectors versus certifies, versus gray screen paint mixes. And they can take all that punishment and come back and say, what else you got? That's why we got that monster 250 sitting out in the backyard, sitting there like, hey, bring me up, I'm ready to play. My Monster 250 ends all demonstrations. Anything you have in the house can't compete with that monster out back. And it does it on a 720p projector at 25 feet back. That's what I love about that screen out there. It absorbs all that light that's being taken in. It can pick up at a 190-degree viewing angle and play a snow field so bright that it reflects off the grass. That's how powerful that screen is outside. And you want to downgrade a 39 technology in that environment you sit in? Man, I got a challenge for you. I'm gonna give you one. We're gonna put you against a 250 monster outside. Not only will that screen produce that snow field, as I said, so bright it's gonna reflect off the grass, but it's gonna pour in a black hole. It's gonna feel like you're just being absorbed into the screen. I'll show you what true technology looks like. We don't need any doors or windows and none of that stuff to show how powerful our technology can be. Hey, Taco, that is not your side of the window. Get off my side of the window. Yeah, that's right. You're supposed to be on your sofa, not mine. Thank you. On my side of the sofa. How dare he? Yeah, that's Taco's sofa right there. That's mine. So next week, I got a lot of things to do. We got it with the last challenge we're going to give you. You're going against 250 outside. So we have to convert it. Last screen we had on was a Titan. We're going to convert it over to the 39 Extreme. Now, if I was going to make the challenge unfair, or it wouldn't be unfair, you would have to match my screen size. As a matter of fact, you got the room for 250. It's only 11 feet high. Not that big. So yeah, you know what? You're supposed to be the best of the best. Next week, you go against a 250. You have to have a 250. I don't care what projector you use, you're just going to have a 250. For those of you who are sitting there saying, well, that's not fair. Yeah, it is fair. If you're going to challenge our technology, then you have to match our screen sizes too. That's 127 inch sitting in the window 1610. So if you're going to match and say you have the same thing, you have to match the screen size. I have 180 to the ceiling, 160 to the floor, 127, 129 downstairs, soon to be 150-inch gamer acoustic screen. That'll be set up for that one. Upstairs, we have a 35-inch for the dedicated theater room, 140-inch for ultra short throw, 92-inch, actually now 98 because we actually spanned the motorized projection screen, making it borderless. And then we have a 94 on the wall for the gamer. Did I miss anything? Oh, 250 and 150 on the deck. Just saying. Tropical fish. Hey, Taco. I didn't say you had to go upstairs. I said just not be on my side of the sofa. That's all. Like I said, if you're going to basically challenge our technology, then you're going to have to match our screen sizes. And I'm not talking about go to somebody else's place. I'm talking about you're going to have to physically have the screen. So, as I said before, if everything we're doing, as I said before, is so fake and not real, then you should have no problem with duplicating the exact same demonstration, which means matching the exact same screen size. So you're going to have to get a 250-inch screen, paint that all gray with your product, and do the exact same thing our screen will be doing next week, coated with the 39 Extreme Black Widow. We'll match screen per screen. Shouldn't be a problem. Should be easy. We do it all the time. That's why we got 250 out there. As a matter of fact, we got to bring it down too. Forgot about that. We got to bring the 250 down because I got to get ready to coat that. I want to coat that before. Matter of fact, I got to do it before next week because we need to coat that before we start working on the acoustic gamer screen for downstairs. I need room to paint this thing in, so we can't even start working on acoustic until we get this thing painted. So I'm gonna get this thing painted ahead of time. Get this thing done. Order what we need to get it in, get it finished, get it painted to the floor, get it done, hang it right back up. All right, so let me order this stuff for that so we can get that done. And then we can go from there. All right, next week, it should be next week. We'll have our screen already painted and display anyway. But next week, we are going to do a challenge for the individual 250-inch screen. Your product should be to paint it in. We won't be spraying ours in. We're going to roll ours in, which we usually do, so we can show you how much paint it takes. We usually take about 96 ounces it takes to do it. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to roll the screen in. We're going to do them together. You're going to roll the screen in. You're going to display a 250-inch screen, and you're going to show Starfield demonstration, and you're going to show contrast. On our end, we're going to show nothing but white levels. That's what we're going to do on our end. It's only fair. Now, we'll be putting our screens against gray screen paints, white screens, all that other good stuff. You'll be going against solid black paint. Okay. Like I said, if you want to call it the King's Challenge, big challenge, a King Challenge for us, it's not inside the house. It's outside at 250 inches. That's a King Challenge for us. So that's where you're going to be at next week, outside at 250 inches. You can get the screen over at Amazon. I think it's like 130 or 140 bucks. I think that's what they cost. And you're going to have to roll that screen in. Now, your claim was you could paint a 300-inch screen at 2 quarts. So this is good. This is part of the challenge. This is 250 inches. You should be able to roll that in with no problem. And you should be able to display it. Now, just so you know, now for those of you who want to sit there and say, well, that's not fair, he doesn't have the room, then you don't challenge someone who does. That's like me going out and challenging a movie theater screen, a drive-through movie screen. I don't even have the room to accommodate a screen of that caliber to begin with. Now, alone the $2 million or $1 million projector it takes to run that thing. So yeah, I stay within my field of what I can challenge and what I can't challenge. I'm going to do a screen challenge for something that huge. I'm not even going to try to go against something like that. But if I'm going to sit there and say, as in white screens, yeah, our product would be better. We could send them over. They can test it themselves. If they don't like it, then whatever. But with you, you have a habit of always trying to downgrade somebody's product as not being what it is. So we're displaying on a 250-inch in the back. If that is considered to be a fake demonstration, you wouldn't mind matching it, right? So you're going to have to roll in a 250-inch screen, and you're going to have to display it. Mind you, for that screen size, you got to be at least 25 feet back to do it. And you will be doing it in the evening hours. Good luck. You're gonna need it. 250-inch screen is a big screen. We did them downstairs in the basement. We literally had to fold the screen in half to do it. I was really shocked that I was able to paint that thing on the basement floor. Really shocked. I even had to measure out the floor to see if we could do it. And literally could do it. Even with the table there, we still did it. Because I thought we had to move the table out and everything out. No, we actually got it done. The sofa just had to go. We had to move the sofa to another section. But other than that, we were able to do it. We had to fold it in half. So we've done this already, what, 2 times? We painted that screen like 2 times. So we're going to go back over again and put the Extreme Black Widow, put it outside, string it up, and then we'll do a demonstration off of it. Let me see. As a matter of fact, Where are we at on our time here? Not bad. Okay, okay, okay. Where is the drill? So this thing has like 16 screws in the top. I think the drill, oh, drill, yeah, drill's downstairs. Oh, it should be upstairs. I need to take this thing down. All right, so I'm gonna have to do this before the rain kicks in because I want to get this thing down to the ground. Oh, good thing about it is it's got a hook system at the bottom, which makes it so much easier to take down. Man, last time that thing was a nightmare. Let me see. We had it stacked on the bricks, and the bricks had to be lifted up and moved. And now we got this hook system, and much easier. So let me see what's going on outside. Air smells musty, boy. That is going to be some freaking heat out there today. All right. Again, we want to shoot this video right here. Hope you enjoyed the demonstration on showing the technology. We are going to do one last challenge for the individual 250-inch screens displayed outside. That's what we're going to do. So, as I said before, you know, if you're claiming the product to be as good as it's supposed to be, and again, if you're hugging up on a camera that close on a screen, we know at 250 inches is going to be a complete nightmare for this guy. So we'll see. Next week, pick up a 250 inch. I'll put the link below if anybody else wants to pick this thing up. They're pretty reasonable. Also, too, the company that was selling those screens, they used to have them at 100 inch and 120 inch. No more. Actually, they had them at 80. 100 and 120. They don't even have the 150s anymore. Now they got like 180, 200, 250, and 300. That's what they have now. So this size has changed. All right, this new technology will be available on the 5th. Like I said, we still have the test to do on the product before we ship it out. The beta, not beta, I'm sorry, the batch number test. And I'm going to, off camera, when we get done, I'm going to go take down my 250 and bring it inside to get it ready for the new Extreme Black Widow coating we're going to do on it. We're going to do the roll on, as we usually do, show it off. And then after that, we're going to string it up. Next week, we'll put the challenge out. That will give him plenty of time to get the screen in, get it shipped and delivered to his house, get it painted. And keep in mind, no paint sprayers. You'll be rolling this screen in. That's how you're going to do it. Because it's fair. The reason why we don't spray the screens in, because again, when you're dealing with an everyday customer, they may not be well familiar with the paint sprayer. So that's why we tried to bring things down that everybody can understand. So the best way to do a screen is always to roll it in, because everybody knows how to use a paint roller. And if it's the first time using a paint roller, it's pretty easy. It's not going to be intimidated and having a piece of machinery in their hand that they're going to mess up or may make a mistake. You know what I mean? If you sit too close to the screen, you can get paint drips and all kinds of stuff, depending on what kind of paint sprayer you're using. They have different kinds of different categories. Some have on the Home Depot, I think it was the 590s, had like a fence and a house and a wall. Some people don't know which ones to pick. They want to push out too much paint. You know, it becomes a headache. So it's easier for us to roll the screen in because everybody can understand that one. But coming out there with a paint sprayer that it has a hose into it, which is hose and compressor that you have, you know, usually with those paint sprayers, you have to go flush that hose. You have to clean all that out. So you shouldn't be doing that in your demonstration. What you should be doing is you should be doing a roll-in so that way your customers can relate to that. And that's what we're going to request for you to do, to roll that screen in. But you're going to do 2 quarts. Because you got the statement that you made, that you said that you can paint a 300-inch screen with 2 quarts. And if you say you never said that, we have it, okay? So this is a 250. This should be a breeze. So you need to roll that in. So don't go to a friend's house and borrow their screen. You will buy your own screen, you will paint it, you will set it up, and you will display it. That's what you will do. Because I think a friend of mine was saying, well, if these guys are challenging you like that, what about the screen size? And all the demonstrations, I see them with the same small screens. No one's doing your screen size. So now we're going to request that you guys do our screen size. Next, 160-inch screen to the floor. 180-inch to the ceiling. And the screen you have in your demonstration, that should have been changed. How long have you had that 100-inch screen? You know how many times I've changed the screen in this environment? Like multiple times. I've changed screens in here multiple times. We constantly are changing screens. I'm building a screen this week as we speak. So you should be changing out your screens because you show the same 100-inch screen. Yeah. All right. Like I said, next week we're going to do the big 250. I got to get out back because I don't know what the weather feels kind of like. It's like it's going to rain or not. I need to get that screen inside while it's bone dry so we can start basically getting this thing painted, getting it done, and get it hung up again. And then we can start this challenge on the big 250s. All right. With that being said, hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Taco, anything you want to add? Anything? Nothing? All right. We got to go, people. And again, if you're shopping for screen paint, this is what you're supposed to see. If someone's claiming to have ambient light rejection technology, kind of hard to say it with lights, you know what? Oh, this is what you're supposed to see. Person sitting too close to the screen, that's a fail. Definitely a fail. You need to see the entire surrounding area. It's very important. That'll make a great picture right there. I think I'm gonna change up the pictures on the website. I like these right here. All right, people, gotta go. Gotta get down. I gotta get my 250 in the basement. Gotta go, and God bless.